Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Automation Station here with the PeakBot team, episode 136. We've been doing this for quite a while, guys. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's get some music going. I'm going to get our show out there. I'm going to repost some stuff. Let everybody join in on their Friday morning and or afternoon. It's been an exciting week here for the PeakBot team. A lot going on, a lot of bots producing results, a lot of results being tracked. That's something that is refreshing for us to say. We know that over the last few years, grabbing the results from the brokers sometimes can be tricky, but we've got a clean process. We've got it going on. So we're going to go over results for a lot of our bots here today. Additionally, we'll have Trader Trivia, okay, where we are giving away free PeakBot, okay, so you'll stay tuned, you'll enter your answer, and you'll get it going. We're going to take a look at portfolios. At least we're going to look at mine, because I've had a winning week. King Condor is absolutely crushing. That seems to be a theme as of late, okay. We have results from May. We have results for June. Even yesterday's trade was a fun one. I pulled the trigger a little early. Okay, I took profit. Yeah. I shaved 85 cents off per contract. But you know what?
You know what it was? Trump was signing executive orders at 3:30. I pulled the plug early too. Scared me.
Hey, I'd rather play defense. You know what I mean? So totally fine. Thomas, were you in it for the long haul? Did you trade?
No, I closed out of it. Ben scared me. We were all on a call.
Ben scared me too. It's Ben's fault.
Out of King Condor. Yeah, it's kind of Ben's fault.
You guys should know that I always exit too early.
No, that's fine. I was happy to take. Hey, we were close. At one point, we were $5-10 off the call strike.
Yes, we were close.
Okay, we're all okay. And those who stayed in, who were truly setting it and forgetting it, full profit. What do we make? $330 yesterday per contract. So
I'll tell you what, I'm happy we didn't get in yesterday.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this gap overnight. We went from closing at around 60.45 to opening around, actually, that's not that bad. 6,000, but then we did drop down to 59.
Altogether, that's a lot of movement.
I think we would have stopped out on the put side.
What was the reason for no trade today?
VIX increased too much and turned out to be good timing. And VIX, I didn't check VIX today, actually. I need to do that. I'm sure it's up because overnight Israel bombed Iran. So that's causing unrest in the world. Let me check the VIX right now on another screen, and we'll be able to tell, based on the overnight movement last night, if we are going to get a trade. Definitely not. I'll pull up the daily VIX on here, actually, so we can see it. One day, look at that. We closed yesterday around $18, and we opened around 21.75-ish. So 21.76 exactly. So that's a large gap up, coming back down to earth here. King Condor will not be trading today. Let's see what we've got going on. We missed my Iron Condor trade.
What'd you get in credit? 41?
I got 41 cents. Yeah. Let's see how I'm doing with yesterday's. Okay. So I'm still in the put side. I closed out on the call side. Still on the put side. Makes sense because of the gap down. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's
strike it out, man. Let's chart it out.
So I sold the 5.99 put, currently at 601, almost 602. I think that's gonna win. I mean, right now we're trading at 13 cents. Just need to come down to 5 cents for me to take profit there. I think we're solid on that Iron Condor.
By the way, that 5 cent take profit, that's not Ben doing it manually. That is an automated, built-in.
And you know what? If it doesn't take profit at 5 cents at 3:45 Eastern today, that order will cancel itself and replace itself with a market order. So that way I wouldn't have shares XSP, but if I was doing this on SPY, Qs, IWM, I wouldn't have shares there.
We are informing the people today. Let me tell you, I feel like we're Johnny on the spot. you're going to know what PeakBot does.
Oh yeah. Great
right,
automation earlier this morning. Got into a trendy fly position. What's the trendy fly, you ask? Well, trendy fly is a new bot, a new partner that we've made with Simpler Trading. Simpler Trading has been in the trading world for over a decade now at this point. Really great, reputable brand. We're working with one of their top traders there to develop a bot. His name is the Trendy Trader, John McKeever. We've got the Trendy Fly, which is in beta right now. Very soon we'll be releasing this bot. Very quick trade. Check this out. I'm gonna hold on. I gotta reshare my screen so that way you can see.
That's fine.
Pop-ups.
While you're doing that, I would like to say that this is likely, in my opinion, probably our most anticipated launch. I would say this Simpler Trading bot to date.
I think
hope
so.
nobody else is insulted by that.
Can you see this or no?
I can see your Tradier account.
Can you see the timestamp that pops up?
Yeah, actually, I can.
Yeah, all right. So look, 9:36 and 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That's when.
Okay, it's not getting.
That part doesn't zoom.
All right.
So 9:36 and 6 seconds. I get into this Iron Fly for $22. I get $22 of credit. And then at 9:38:56, so what is that? 2 minutes and 50 seconds later, I'm out. I pay $21.50 back. That's $50 in a matter of less than 3 minutes. What's the hourly rate on that? $50 every 3 minutes. There's 23-minute spans, so 20 times 50. That's $1,000 an hour.
Aaron Rodgers is still making more, unfortunately.
He is making more, unfortunately, but that's not a bad return. But that's not trading every.
No, that's in beta, and that's the goal, right, Ben? About the average return there for that bot now.
Oh yeah, it's a scalp. It's an Iron Fly scalp. I was skeptical at first that this would work, but I'm not kidding you. We've traded this 20 trading days now, and it's only lost twice. And for some people, even it has only lost once.
Clip it, send it to Trendy, include the part that Ben said he doubted it at first. All right. So what else you got going on here while we're looking at it?
Yeah, might as well look through the portfolio. You'll see all these advanced OTOCO orders. That's all testing for another bot for Trendy. This order right here was the Shorbo bot, which is one of our new bots. I did not get it because this strike overlapped with another strike I was in at the time, so I got a canceled trade.
Let's talk about that for a second, Ben. That's incredible, right? I mean, look, our logic is built in to not interfere with another trade that's going to, if you have a strike that's going to counteract another position, cancel order. Or, well, maybe that's more on the broker, but
it's on the broker, but we'll go with it.
Thanks,
So other than that, I just noticed this. Don't know when this went in. That's the thing about automated trading. You're getting trades and you don't realize it.
So wait, what's the strategy?
This is from the Bull Trade Finder challenge. Pretty happy with this right now, actually. Collected 9 cents at the open. This spread is currently worth a penny.
Nice.
4 spreads, so that's $36. Gonna make $36 from this. I didn't even know what was going on. I'm actually gonna close it right now for a penny.
Day trade?
Yeah, I'll take the day trade. I've got 26 of them, so what's 27? So we'll see if that fills for a penny. If there's any suckers out there that want to buy it, throw that order in, help me out. Or sorry, that want to sell it because I'm buying it back.
Yeah. I wonder if I were to go buy that order, how fast do you think it would fill yours and do it?
You'd have to sell it, but there's probably enough people. There's probably enough people bidding at 2 cents to where this won't fill.
I should go bid at 1 cent and see what happens.
Should I do that? That'll take my return from $36 to $28. No risk the rest of the day. What can I do with $28? I can go to Chipotle across the street and get a nice brisket bowl.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah, fill that order, dude. Come on, man. We're the take profit team, aren't we?
Fill that order, fill that belly. That's my goal today.
Nice, dude. See, that's fun. Locking in profits is fun.
That is fun. All right, what do we want to do now? Do we want to? I mean, that's my portfolio for the day. other than.
All right, so you're green on the
Fire
week,
Condor.
yeah. Okay, so all right, so for bots that are live to the public, okay, outside of testing, green week for you? I would assume.
Yes, a very green week.
Yeah.
Off of the back of the King Condor.
King Condor. Do we need to show the people what the king looks like? I'll pull it up.
Well, let's get back to the King Condor because there's more to talk about it. Let's move into Trader Trivia real quick.
Okay.
How about that?
Sounds good to me.
Let me get this up. All right, Trader Trivia. This is how this works. And this is, I think, the last week we're going to do this because prices are going up. And we're going to be announcing that over the weekend, I guess. I just kind of made that up, but we're going to, guys, we should announce that over the weekend. Prices are going up.
No.
What?
Should we? Oh, whatever. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, later.
Later. So get in this week while you can get 3 free months of PeakBot Basic for free. That's an $87 value. All you have to do is text the answer to this question to the phone number on screen. That's 973-888-1166. If you get the answer correct, we will send you a link so you can get 1 free quarter of PeakBot. If you've been wanting to try a trading bot but just haven't pulled the trigger yet, well, here's your chance to try one for free for 3 months. So that question, it's a little bit more difficult of a question today. In what year did General Motors file for bankruptcy and restructure, leading to the creation of a new publicly traded company?
Oh. Okay.
A, 1999, B, 2005, C, 2009, or D, 2012?
I feel like Thomas is at a disadvantage here. I feel like he was too young for most of this.
Well, if you want to say too young, then you couldn't have been that old.
Right. So I'm thinking
if you remember it, then there's only like 2 options here.
Yeah.
It's
I
C
want
or
to get
D.
us on the same page.
It's C or D.
I agree with that. I agree with C or D. I feel like I remember it was like probably early social media, honestly. Like, are we kidding ourselves? Say social media was like kind of starting out in like 2010, like Instagram.
I think
like
Facebook really started it.
Well, Facebook, of course, but like
were
I
you
think
guys in college when? No, that's almost insane.
We were in college when Snapchat released.
What about Facebook? No.
Middle school, probably. Anyway,
yeah.
Of course, there's a did you know here. I also have an image that I want. I can't keep it back then. I want to share screen at some point and show the people the GPT generated version of Ben. Just to please. It's a Friday.
Okay.
It's a Friday. Just to please those watching. Let's hit the did you know.
All right. So did you know that General Motors once sold more cars than any company in the world for over 70 years? Look at that streak, 1931 to 2008. It was the world's top-selling automaker.
Makes
You're
sense.
messing with us now. 'Cause
Yeah,
now
really?
2009 seems like they started bucking up. Oh, excuse my language. They started messing up, and apologies. We'll beep that out, okay, for cuts.
Yeah,
It
we need
happens,
like a
though.
nice little
It
beep in
happens
there.
for traders. Lay off. All right.
See, I wish I had the automation station, like, so that I could do it and we could play the whole thing again after you said that. But I don't have the.
I know. We need a 7-second delay. Is what we need.
Yeah.
My answer is going to be C, 2009. Nope, D, 2000.
I'm going D,
I'm going D.
2012.
D, because they started falling off in 09, right? You know,
So they started falling off in
based on
08.
this
So then that means like 3 years of like knowing that you
all right.
messed up. I'm going D.
I'm going D too.
I think the did you know was really kind of a big hint.
Or he's
Okay.
throwing us off completely.
Or
to the point where I
he's
cursed
just
live on
messing
air.
up right now.
The
Yeah.
funny thing is, I didn't even put any of this together.
I cursed live on air because Ben's throwing me off. It's Ben's fault.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, the decline was fast.
Oh no.
It was 2009. During the 2008 financial crisis, GM faced massive financial losses and they had to file for bankruptcy. But then they went public in 2010 and they're doing okay.
Yeah, I think so. I see a lot of them
They're
still
doing
on
all
the
right.
streets.
I don't really see that many Chevys. honestly. I don't know.
Well, GM is not.
Don't they own
Chevy.
These are their brands: Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC.
Yeah. Do you see GM cars?
I do. I see a lot of these.
I think there's
GMCs
more.
are pretty popular in my area for their Suburbans. Their Suburbans are very popular where I live.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I see Buick. Talk about an all-time rebrand. Buick.
Beautiful
Buicks are
car.
hot. Buicks
Actually,
are like a luxury. The luxury vehicle.
I just the other day I went for like a slice of pizza or something, and then there was like a Buick, and we're all looking at the car, and we're like, "What car is that?" And we get closer to it, and we're like, the three shows, like, "That's a Buick." And
that's
it was like
their ad. Do you remember their whole ad campaign a few years ago? It's like they made a commercial about, "Oh, I'm picking up my friend outside. I'm right outside. Oh, where are you? I'm in the Buick. I don't see you. I'm not." They were right in front of them. It's beautiful.
It's great marketing, and honestly, the cars are beautiful. They're really nice cars.
Wasn't there a commercial with Shaq in a Buick, like saying like even Buicks are big enough for him?
I think so, because I'll tell you what, my mom, like when I was young, my mom had a Buick, and like it was like frowned upon. I felt like, it's like, oh, Buick, Now it's like, oh, Buick. Anyway, we're talking about Buick. And my dad has a Chevy Traverse. Not that anybody asked.
right.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, can I show the face?
Yeah.
He's
I don't think it's accurate.
No, Ben. There are some key factors that don't make it look like you, but when we do look at this, there are a lot that I think does.
Yeah. All right. Like here,
the hair is nailed. I think the hair is nailed.
The hair.
The eyebrows are nailed. Okay.
Ben's are unfortunate.
No, not right now. They may not be. I feel like that is actually your ear. Your sideburn cuts off right there. This is your mouth. Maybe the nose is a little weird. The eyes are off. I think that's what's throwing it off, maybe. But anyway, this is Ben battling. They were a little rude to Ben right here, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just a little awesome. I didn't know we had just Ben up. That's okay. Moving on. So let's talk results, right? That's all people want to talk about.
It's true.
That's all people want. Unless we have more trades, we'll start easy. I'm going to give results for myself, okay? Just for my portfolio this week, briefly, and then we're going to get into King Condor and everything else. So I don't know if we remember. I think it was live on the show last time, maybe. I was talking about this GLD position. It was a put credit spread.
Nice.
I was trying to stay above 301. Last I looked at it, was like at 311, 312. I actually do not know what it's trading at right now, but obviously took off and wasn't, OTM.
Does that say you filled at 0 cents?
Yeah, look at that. I wasn't going to say it because I didn't want to seem like an idiot, but I was like, that's weird. I had it on smart exit on trend spread.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm curious.
Could it just be, because it's saying it's a penny here.
If somebody wanted to buy for 0.0, no, you can't buy for 0.025. I don't know. Or
Either way, took my full premium on that. I did that. That did look weird to me, but I wasn't going to bring it up. And
that is weird.
Yeah. Wait, Dylan, what happened to Comcast?
So I sold that at a break even, $95 a share last week. I just wanted to get rid of it. I didn't want any short shares. I didn't care for the position. I got assigned early on it. I didn't want to own it, so I got rid of it. Walmart tanked a good amount of my King Condor returns this week. So I made $500 on King Condor this week. You won't see that here because the SPX contracts have already closed. I took my profit early with 2 contracts yesterday for a total of $490. But Walmart at the beginning of the week, coming into the week, I think I was trading around $98 a share. So I lost, over $300 there just in the shares alone. But I do have my rent check here in hand that they're about to hand me. The full thing. I just need to stay in between 99 and 92. We're doing that right now. So I'll earn my 30-ish bucks, $28 on that this week. But again,
shares.
and I'm keeping the shares. I'm still bullish on Walmart, so I'm back to wheeling it. So 3 for 3 this week on trades. I had a wheel on Walmart, winner, although the shares have declined. I'm still going to say this is a winning position. And gold, obviously, win. I don't think I collected much there, maybe like 18 cents in premium. And then I don't need to dive into my activity, but you guys will see a ton of SPX trades here in which we took home the bread for King Condor. So that's my portfolio this week. Right now, I'm trading nothing but wheel on Walmart. No, I smart exited out of trend spread. I might look at that and see if I can get into a later entry either today or on Monday. But overall, I'm up about $250 on the week.
Nice.
So that's my week so far.
It's about what I'm up on. Just taking the one King Condor trade, and unfortunately, 2 losers on Orb in the past trade. So we just get wicked out. Those wick outs were terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, we just drop and we
upsetting.
It's really upsetting.
I got a good enough fill on the stops, so both of those losing days only equated to like 1 losing day.
Yeah, Ben, did we not get into a stat trade this morning? Michigan anyway.
No, it wasn't. That doesn't matter for it, but it wasn't a 1% gap.
Really?
Yeah. I was surprised. So, Thomas, when we looked at futures last night, the market was down like 1.5%, right? But it slowly picked back up overnight.
I saw this report. Well, not to get political, Trump knew about the attacks, so I don't think that he was super worried about it. So maybe that's why it kept back up. I don't know. I'm surprised. I mean, all he has to do is make one speech and we'll.
What do you think that's like? You know, you get Netanyahu calling you up, "Hey, Donnie, I'm going to bomb Iran." What?
Like, what do you say? It's got to be like, all right. Like why? Like, why? I feel like, what do you even say in that like?
No, I read something that Israel was planning this for like 3 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Why can't
what?
If they told us we could have longed oil, we could have shorted the market, and we could have been.
All right. So not a laughing matter.
Yes.
Normally, let's just move on. Can we share what Thomas worked so hard on all week?
Yeah.
Thomas has been working hard to put together a calendar for us for results for our different bots. Let's change the music up. Let's get this going. Do we want me to MC here? Do we feel like we trust me to go through this here? So let's pull it up. Live KC results. You can visit. If one of you want to put this banner on screen, okay? If you could please go to pkbt.app/KC results, okay? King Condor results. This is what we've got working now. We're going to get this on stage, okay? So here's what we've got. Now, we're looking at the month of May for King Condor, okay? Ben, correct me if I'm wrong. Were we both trading King Condor live throughout the whole month of May? I think I had. Okay, I think we were pretty close. Some of this is back test data, okay, which you'll notice in the trade log, but we have been trading this live since, let's just call it the middle of May here. But as you can see, we have the returns, okay? If you see the dollar, if we're seeing $380 here on Thursday, May 1st, that's because a 1DTE contract expired on that day with King Condor and took home that profit, okay? Same for any losses here. So we have our weekly totals, okay? And we have our monthly total. And now this is all based on trading one King Condor contract, okay? So last month, it made over $1,600 when trading just one contract. What else is neat about this is the ability to determine when the bot did not trade. Okay, so we've talked about this, and maybe a version 2.0 of this is showing reason why it didn't trade, just like we were talking about if the VIX was too high or the overnight gap was too high or economic events. I think it would be a nice addition at some point to get that worked in here. But you can see it's trading as much as it's not trading, and it's intentional. Okay.
Yep.
There are a lot of losses that are being saved on these days that you're not seeing here, and some wins as well, but it wasn't a walk in the park, right? So like we chose not to have to sweat that out. So as we can see, anyway, very good May so far. June got off to a shaky start after, I shouldn't say that. We started hot, and then we had a big loss last Friday, okay? But still came out of the week profitable, which we're happy about. Let's get KC results off Thomas's face. You guys know where to go, or ask us. Now, this is Monday to Friday. As you guys can see, this week, we didn't trade all week, okay? We entered on Wednesday, expired on Thursday. We're getting some live edits here. So $330 was earned for anybody who held through the full 1DTE contract on SPX yesterday. Okay. Again, I took profit in two different accounts, one at 85 cents, one at 70 cents. So I took about that much off of each of my contracts. So, but I'm running two of these. So yesterday I would have made $660 if I left it alone. I took home $490 because I intervened because Ben scared me because of Trump. So we can see that again, May and June, which is all that the bot's been live, we have been very profitable. And the win rate isn't this super high win rate, guys, that we once were in love with, okay?
Yeah.
Now, we do still have strategies that are very high win rates, but they're protected, they're collecting a reasonable amount of premium, and there's risk management built in. Same here. But the point is, we don't need to win every trade. Our losses are limited, and we capture the premiums when they're there, and the conditions are right. This is a very
Can you flip over into June again? Because June is all real trades.
Yes. Yep. For sure.
I love that we traded once this week and made $333.
It's great.
Or $330.
Yeah, and I'll say it, you're not seeing ROI percentages on here because you wouldn't be able to handle it, people. You get too excited, okay? So we're sticking with the dollar amounts. You're gonna be happy with that. You're gonna budget it, not financial advice. You do what you want, but if you wanna get on this winning train, why don't you just come and join us? Go to peakbot.com/trader. Get it up. Let's get it up. peakbot.com/tradier. Here it is. Thomas, get down.
You're right.
peakbot.com/tradier or scan the QR code at the bottom for 6 free months. Thomas completely left. 6 free months of access to PeakBot Pro, okay, which is the only place you're getting access to King Condor. Along with that, you're getting 6 months of commission-free options trading with Tradier Pro. Thank you, Tradier, for setting this up. Great partners. Yeah, that was my blood. But I mean, I felt like I needed to. Thomas, well done.
Thank you.
All right. So, how about instead of me chatting through the BenBot results, which I think I'd like to go through, guys? Yeah,
we can do that. I've got a.
Right, so let's go through this.
BenBot I can go through that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you have it up on your screen? Do you want to share?
Thomas has got it, right? Or is this you?
Oh, okay. Here you go. You talk through this.
I'll talk through it. So the BenBot, this is a daily strategy where I'm buying shares of IWM and I'm selling a call against those shares. Dylan's got the month of May up on screen, looking pretty solid there. As you can see, this bot does win a little bit more than the King Condor bot. The wins are a bit smaller, but the losses are well managed. And am I patting myself on the back when saying that? Kind of. Because I am managing the positions. I'm managing the adjustments made throughout the day, because we'll get into a position basically right when the market opens, and the position will win if IWN continues to increase in price throughout the day, and it'll lose if it decreases in price. But when it is losing, I'm making adjustments so those losses aren't as bad. And the thing that I love about this strategy is you're never, and we can guarantee this because of the premium, where you're never going to lose more in a day than the market drops in a day. So if the market drops 1%, you're not going to lose you're going to lose less than 1%. Now, that's because, again, you're buying the shares, and then you're also selling your calls against those shares. So you are collecting premium to help negate against any loss. This is how we're doing in June so far. Pretty solid, on track to have a pretty, I'll call it average month now. I've got results. I don't know if we have them on. No, we don't have them on the sheet here, but I got results going back for March. March, I made $866 on the strategy. April, I made $673. May, as we saw, pretty exceptional month, made $1,289. And so far in June, if we pull out a win today, I'll be up $431 in June. Now, you do need to have quite a bit of capital to trade this. Again, we're buying 100 shares of IWM around the open, so about $22,000-ish of cash is needed to buy those shares. And of course, we are day trading here, right? Those adjustments are being day traded. They are 0 DTE calls that we're trading. My objective is to not hold any positions overnight, right? I don't want that, especially what we saw last night, the market drop, gap down almost 1%. I don't want to be holding that without having some sort of hedge against my losses, and that hedge is the covered call. So I'm aiming to get out of all of my positions at the end of the day for this strategy.
What
so
if you got it?
It's been going well.
Then what if you bought some like really low valued put?
I've back tested that actually, because I had that thought. The problem is price will only move down far enough to make those puts worth anything too infrequently. So you're really just giving money back to the market.
Yeah.
There are a couple times where yes, you'll hit big on those puts, but if you're paying, call it 10 cents every day to buy those puts, the amount of times that you would pay 10 cents only to win, call it $2 on a move down, the 10 cents are gonna outweigh those $2 plus winners.
Right. Excellent job on this. I mean, this is a very exciting bot that's going to be coming soon to PeakBot Pro subscribers. Again, get started right now for free. Ben, I'm putting you on the spot. How long you think until this is available to the people?
Beta starts for this next Wednesday.
Whoa, you heard it there, people. So, okay, BenBot's going to be live. All right, this is a copy trading bot. Ben is handling the manual adjustments using our algo to get in with the entries. Ben, correct?
Yeah, this is a good blend of man and machine here.
Sure.
Because the entry, yes, is automated.
Right.
The exit or adjustments are manual by me, but automated for you.
Which is why this makes so much sense, right? Like man and machine. All right. So that's actually
Can you ask GPT to turn that guy into a cyborg?
I think we would just need a little bit of like robot skin like tear.
Like, give me a robot eye that's like red.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one red, one green.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your eyes change color. When we get the AI videos down like TikTok, everybody else on TikTok has, it's going to be green eyes when we're winning, red eyes when we lose, and his chest is going to, explode with cash when we win, all of the things. Okay. So Ben, very profitable. Wait, you're telling me, because I'm about to give Thomas some work here. We have a couple months of other additional data here, live trades of yours.
Yeah, we go back to, I've been trading the strategy since March 5th.
Thomas, why don't you type
get a Trello card going?
Yeah, let's get a Trello card going there. Because look, it's for the people. They got to know how much Ben's been killing it. Okay, moving along. We're going to go over to our partner here, Max. Okay, Max Options Trading. He's got 3 strategies in his bundle. Okay, premium grab strategy, and then both of his 0 DTE SPX strategies, Orb and Stat. Okay. So what we're going to see here is this is tracking the 2 bots together, Orb and Stat. These are 2 separate SPX strategies that complement each other, trade One trades, one does not. Okay, for the most part. There's some exceptions to that rule, I believe. But what you can see here, and why we're keeping percentages around, is because they're finally reasonable in the best way, right? So the point is here, you'll notice same thing like King Condor. These are one of our next gen bots where it is not going to trade if the criteria is not met. That is not a manual decision. That is a automated decision. However, there are times where we'll go in and ask as a team collectively and with Max, hey, do we want this going today, right? Based on an unscheduled economic event, etc. Point is, one lost in May, okay, people? Green on green on green made 35.6% in 1 month. Okay, I'm saying reasonable. That is outside of reason. That is an incredible return, okay, on your cash. $178. Pays for probably 2 meals that Thomas goes out to every month with him and his girl. Very good May for Max's orb and or stat trades, okay? High win rate, smaller premiums, but they stack up. So here's June. June thus far, and we'll get a monthly total down here soon. Just as much action as inaction, okay? So thus far, we're down about $100 in June between orb and stat, but that's not anything that we need to, fret about. It does happen, but the statistics show us that coming out of this kind of win rate, we can, at least on paper, expect to stack up some wins here again very soon. But again, cumulatively, still a very profitable strategy over the last 2 months. We have all the individual trades here for you, as well as the premium grab data. Okay, so we'll just take a look at this very quick. The premium grab's the most fun here. Okay, so you can see this is going back to 8/29. Okay, end of August. These are trades that Max was taking himself. I'm sorry, yeah, end of August 2023 to now. All right, $4,000 in premium earned, which is a 414% ROI. Okay, and you can see the overall ROI for Orb as well. So a lot of good information here. We will continuing to update this data as it goes for all bots that can track results, and we have more coming. Shorebo will be tracked like this, I believe, right, Ben?
Yep. Shorebo beta starts Monday.
Shorebo beta starts Monday. We got a couple people already lined up. Same thing for Ben bot. So a lot of moving parts here, people. A lot of winning strategies. A lot of bags. Right, Thomas?
Yes.
Okay.
Bags.
Who's your second favorite basketball player of all time?
Like serious. Well, I would say like serious player, like joking player.
Gun to your head. Who's your second favorite basketball player of all time?
David Lee.
What?
Yeah.
David Lee? Just
yeah.
What is he? Your uncle?
He's like this white guy that played for the Knicks.
I know who David Lee is.
Yeah.
And he's your second favorite basketball player of all time. Let's pull up David Lee.
He was a demon.
Can we get a stat line on David Lee?
I'd love.
He's married to another famous athlete, isn't he? He's married to somebody.
He was a really solid Knicks player, and you can't forget about him.
I can't even. Google's not even giving me a picture of David Lee on the Knicks. It's all Warriors and Spurs.
Well, because he started out on the Knicks, and he was just yeah, there he is. There's David Lee.
Before he got a good haircut.
Yeah. He's a really good player. That's my joking. If somebody's really who's your first favorite player of all time is honestly probably RJ Barrett.
Not Carmelo Anthony. I asked second favorite because Carmelo was right behind.
Oh no, I love Carmelo Anthony, but he's not. I didn't really I was too young to really watch him.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, had to ask.
Who's your favorite baseball player of all time?
Mariano Rivera, probably as a pitcher, as a young kid and a Yankee fan. Yeah, probably Mo.
Solid answer.
That's a good
Not
one.
Derek Jeter. I'm not as big on Derek Jeter as I used to be because I've seen the stats now. That's a replacement, guys. Guy's a liability. Guy's a liability in the field. wins over run replacement or whatever these ridiculous stats are, there are stats that show Derek Jeter as the worst shortstop defensively.
I believe that.
Defensively, you can argue that he's the worst shortstop of all time. Hall of Famer. Anyway, where else do we want to go, guys? I think we gave people what they want. Access to free PeakBot and commission-free options trading. We gave them the results. The only thing we didn't give them was a demo on how easy it is to do, but you can get on over to our website and check that out for yourself. We're going to have a revamped website coming soon enough because we're always recreating here at PeakBot. Guys, what else do we need to do here? Little economic events? No. Yes. We have a full week next week?
We can do that. Yeah, we've got a full week.
I think we have a pretty light week on events.
Oh, we've got some stuff going on next week, Thomas.
Do we?
You don't even know.
I don't know if I want to know.
Next week, Monday, we've got a 20-year bond auction.
Okay.
Not that big of a deal, but turns some bots off. Tuesday is the start of FOMC. On Wednesday, it's the day of FOMC, and that's when rate decisions get announced. And look at all of this stuff that's happening the same day. FOMC, economic projections, the conference, everything.
That's going to be a productive day for the PeakBot team. Let me tell you.
Yeah, all bots are off. Great. Thursday, Juneteenth, market is closed.
Okay.
So we don't have a full week next week.
Yep.
Market is closed. And then on Friday, nothing going on Friday. So bots will be back on.
Okay.
So FOMC, big news for next week. Bots will be off. Most bots will be off for that Tuesday and Wednesday. If your trade goes into that Tuesday or into that Wednesday, it could also be off for that as well.
And then there are certain situations where if you're trading bots like our normal Iron Condor, or really any of our bots, expect a little less premium next week with it not being a full week. Also, if you have a 1 DTE going in to the closed day, right, Ben, it would move into Friday expiration.
Yes, if it's next Wednesday and Thursday the market's closed, the expiration will be for Friday. So it is an extra day of exposure.
True. But do you get the premium for it?
I think a little bit's baked in, yeah, because there's, but it's not the same as if the market were open.
Right. Understood. Okay. Yeah, I just want to put that out there because I know we've had people ask us that. Is that it, fellas?
I think that's it. I'm hungry.
All right. Sorry.
I ate before the show. Better idea.
All right.
I'm going to go eat the same lunch that I've had for like the last 4 days straight.
My guess?
Yeah.
Turkey. I know it's turkey based.
Nah, I'm off that. I lost my weight.
You're going for like chicken fajitas, like a low-cal chicken fajita.
No, I'm going Bubba Burger hot dog.
That was actually my third guess because I know you cook Bubba Burgers a lot, but I wasn't sure if you were. Well, I would have gone 3 because I know Dylan. I feel like I remember him saying that he likes chicken fajitas or something.
Well, if I can, no, I don't know if I've ever said that. If I can grill, I'm gonna grill. Yeah. If I can grill, I'm gonna grill, and I haven't gotten to the grocery store. I need other things other than burgers and dogs, but that'll satisfy me anyway. All right. What?
I want to know what Ben's having now.
Oh, Ben, what do you have?
I've got these sausages that were made from brisket burnt ends mixed with pork. Yeah, I don't know. It was at Walmart the other day. I saw that. I was like,
oh, clearance rack, of course. Right?
No, yeah. It wasn't the clearance rack. No.
Okay.
You really get to share your beef jerky box with them.
Yeah, I didn't mean to share like that.
Those are delicious. I love those.
Delicious.
But so I took a couple of the sausages out. I've been soaking them in beer for the past couple of days. Yeah.
The effort here is immaculate. It's not only to locate it, then execute on it like that.
It's gonna make for a nice Friday afternoon snack.
All right, Thomas, tell us what you had for lunch, and then let's get out of here.
I had an egg sandwich with sausage. Like I made like an omelet and put it on bread.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Less exciting than everything else. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be live again Monday morning with Man and Machine and Mark Phillips from Harvested Financial to take a deeper dive into the building of our King Condor strategy, which has been reigning supreme here as of late. So thank you again. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And as always, we'll see you at Peak. Take care.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.